correct introduction. Dun, 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 dun. This is my guy right here. All right. Kaye, man, let me tell you, instantly I click with this guy, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta tell you. So right away, we're gonna have a nice one right here. Smash the like button, so we can improve the visibility of the show. Become a member of Mill City Boxing. It's pinned up right there. If the audio and everything is okay, the visual, let me know, ladies and gentlemen. And we ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Kay, talk to me. Your first love in boxing, like, just let everybody know, man. It's about to get lit in here. Trust.
Hey man, just working, man. I'm happy to be back in everybody's view again. I went into a little hiatus, hiding from the world. My boy Smooth been trying to reach out, and I've been hiding from him too. I gotta stop it. That's my brother, but I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
So tell me, man. Like, tell the people how you met Keith Thurman, how you got met into like boxing.
Um, so me and Keith met, man, back when I'm a few years older than him, so I was probably like 11. He was maybe 9, and we trained. We had different coaches, but all of our coaches were always tight. Like we all trained together collectively. You know what I mean? So it's like we were always around each other throughout the years. And it's just it clicked. Like we clicked. As friends, as brothers, and it's just from childhood to now, we kept at it, stayed in touch with each other, and here we are today.
Now, were you like, um, y'all met as amateurs,
Yeah, yeah,
and you was just the older one?
yeah,
How many you got on Keith? Keith's what, 34?
yeah. No, 35, 35. I'm 37.
Okay, so you never got to spar Keith?
I wouldn't get in there with him.
Nah,
Nah, Keith was always naturally bigger.
right, right. I think he was in the Golden Gloves 52s, right?
Yeah,
152s.
yeah.
Boo Boo Andre's era. That's
Hmm.
my era. I told him about that when I interviewed him. I said, "Yo, we were supposed to see each other in that amateur line, but nevertheless, this ain't about me and my amateur. This is about you and giving you some light real quick. And I know my man don't like the light and stuff like that, so y'all lucky to get this one. So smash that like button. Um, talk to me as far as growing up and just you guys going through the amateur career, breaking it down. There's a time. There's a
Um,
time between he goes pro, and what are you doing?
so around the time that we both were in the amateurs, my dad, he played pro ball football, so it's like I was traveling a lot. So it was like, going from this place to that place and trying to find gyms and all. It was just hectic for me, you know what I mean? While Keith was still in the same spot. So he just flourished, man. And like I said, we always kept in touch, and it was like I was in and out. He was more focused, and then I just started, I always had great eyes. So the coaches was like, man, you should start coaching. Like, you know the sport, you got great eyes, you can hold pads. And then, like, in my 20s, early 20s, that's when I started, taking coaching a little serious, you know what I mean? So, but growing up, Keith was, he always been different, man. He always been a different guy, like, far as thinking and spirituality. He was very, very studious. He always read stuff and wanted to know about any damn thing. It could be bleach bottle sitting there somewhere. He's gonna turn the label over and read it. He want to know what's inside of it. He's just like that with boxing. So it's like he's very, 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 very focused on whatever craft he's trying to learn, whether it's golf, whether it's playing chess, painting, anything. He once he's focused on it, you're not gonna be able to, turn him off from it, or you're not gonna be able to beat him in it because he's gonna know everything that's going on with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Um, that's dope. Honestly, that's real dope. Tell me, like, steadily, like, as far as Keith's career is concerned, and how long have you been working with Keith as a pro, steadily? And was it like when you was the pro football career, was that over when Keith turned pro?
Um, I would say, mm, it's been a while, man. Um, the Lopez fight in Brooklyn, we did a little just mid touching and stuff, but
Osestito Lopez?
I wasn't like training him. It was just we used to always mess around. Like when he wasn't in camp, we'd be at the house just messing around, just working on stuff. You know what I mean? But seriously, start working with him. It was around like the Pacquiao, right before Pacquiao fight, before he signed
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Okay. And that's cool. Because like I know you're like really close. Like y'all like you be babysitting the kids, like you like brothers. Like this is like family.
yeah.
So a lot of people talk about the inactivity in Keith. You've been around boxing and you know about when I spoke to Keith, he said he's very like into like, you know, fixing his body. I guess he's into
So
like the
okay, listen, I want to clear that up with the inactivity situation. He was inactive in the world's eyes. We always been active since after Barrios fight. We've been active from after the fight up until now. We've been working. So the thing about it, I don't want to put too much out there, but however, at the presser, when we were in LA and everybody saw him, we're like, damn, like this motherfucker, like he been working. You know what I mean? So
facts.
it was a point in time where I had to pull him back and tell him, look, you got to take some time off because we don't know what's going on. We don't know when they're gonna give us a fight, and everybody thought that Keith just was sitting on the couch. Keith was supposed to have a fight 4 to 6 months after he fought Barrios. It was a lot of names on the table. We were ready to sign every contract that came. Nobody wanted to step up and sign. So it's like you can't force a fighter to sign nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like it's the waiting game. We was on the bench. We had to wait for coach to call us in, and we got the phone call. And okay, we ready. We ready. If the fight was tomorrow, we ready now. Like we are ready. Besides a few little pounds, but as far as like we ready. So
I mean, in your eyes, when you heard the name Tim Zoo, what was going through your head? Like, were they? You felt like they were? You think Keith had options, and Tim Zoo is one of the option, and was like, boom, this is the one you got, Keith.
um, when he came across, first I heard it from Keith. I didn't get a call saying that he was the opponent. Keith was like, "Bro, we got to fight." So I'm like, checking my phone, like, damn, I ain't hear nothing. I'm like, who this? Tim Zoo. I'm like, how the hell? Like, where that came from? But like, that's 54, ain't it? You're like, yeah. So I'm like, hey, you comfortable? I'm comfortable. You know what I mean? As long as he's comfortable, I'm comfortable. Let's do it. So, huh? right, because it's not, they won't let it be a title. They won't let Keith fight for the title because of the inactivity. You know what I mean? So, um, but man, listen, when that fight is over and Keith's hand is raised, everybody gonna know who the champ is. The hell with the
Mm.
belt. As long as we take his pride, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? He may want to go throw that fucking belt in the trash after because he's gonna, in his mind, look, I'm really not the champ. I really was just beat. So, you know, um, we beat Tszyu. If he want to rematch, we give it to him for the title, and then we going after Charlo. We going after everybody, man. Like he's 35 years old. We ain't ducking nobody. However, it has to make sense. Keith is still like he's one of the top echelon guys. So when people will be looking down, like he lost 5, 6, 7 fights back to back, that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So Floyd messed that up. If you lose a fight, you pretty much not worth nothing. They feel like he lost to a scrub. He lost to Pacquiao. And with the knockdown, he fought to a split. So that should tell you something. If it wasn't for that knockdown, he would win the fight. That knockdown was the only difference in the outcome, the point system of that fight. But man, I just I hope that everybody give him his respect and his due justice after we win this fight. Because what's gonna be the excuse? Oh, he ain't fought nobody, and you know what I mean. So it's like it's in boxing. It's a catch-22, man. You can't win.
What what honest opinion, like when you hear when you're around Keith and you hear the word boots, does it does it change anything?
No,
Like, does his temperament change a little bit?
no,
Like, at all?
no,
No,
no.
because
Listen,
when I
I,
spoke to
I, I
him, he
respect Boots.
instantly spoke upon that incident that they had up on that fight. I guess it was Boots' brother
I don't get caught in that.
on fight week or some shit like that.
I don't get caught in that nonsense. One thing, I respect Boots. I respect what he's doing for the sport. However, you got to look at it like this: if me and you two are artists, right, and you a platinum selling artist, we both started at the same level, or you came out before me. You know how it is to climb the ladder. You know what I mean? All these new artists want to feature with everybody. You know, but when this new artist come out, he don't mind giving features to people. He's hot. He really ain't got no platinum album out yet, so he'll give everybody a feature for the low. However, once you shoot through the roof and you got 10 platinum albums or a diamond album, that shit is not the same no more. You gotta pay me. You know what I mean? You gotta, show me something. And it's the same thing with boxing. You know what I mean? Like Boots, I feel like he does deserve an opportunity, bro. Yes, he do, man. The brother is doing a lot. He's doing a lot. But for somebody on Keith's level, even with the inactivity, it has to make sense money wise. Ain't nobody fighting out here for no damn peanuts, man. So, if those checks are right, yeah. Keith never said he would not fight Boots. He never said that. I mean, pull it up anywhere in the interview. That's why everybody he's ducking, he's ducking. Go look at the interviews. He said draw up the contract, and it
Yeah,
got to
that's what
be
he told
right.
me too.
You got to make the contract right. So the people in the comments and all of that shit, they're ducking Boots and all of that. There, man, listen, y'all don't know boxing. You probably never laced up gloves in your life. If you did, tell me your box rec. Like, tell me something. Like, I'm not the guy for you to be fumbling and going back and forth with. You know what I mean? Because it's very irrelevant to me. I'm in the gym with this man day in and day out. I know what's going on, so I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. He don't have to prove nothing to nobody but the bank. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
it,
We
man.
Absolutely, man. Yo, we got over 95 people on the live. Make sure you guys come out, smash the like button. We only got 10 likes. Let's improve the visibility of the show. Let's just take your time, go and smash that like button, and let's get to it. So obviously we got a fight week going up, but I kind of want to touch a little bit on this fight week with Tszyu and Keith because it's an interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? You got Keith Thurman that um people always got something to say about Keith, but one thing that Keith shows you is he shows you heart, he shows you a performance, and he really never been beat down. Let's
Listen,
be honest.
everybody have their opinions, and I respect them.
Hmm.
Everybody, I respect everybody's opinions. I don't get upset. What I get upset is when it becomes disrespectful. You know what I mean? If people feel like, oh, Boots could beat Keith, and I don't get upset about it. They have that right. It's competition. It's really competition. I don't get upset about that. But when they start getting out of line, saying some real crazy stuff, bro, like that's where it's because he's not just somebody that I train. That's my brother, and I'm gonna defend him at all costs. Like it's gonna be bloodshed behind him. You know what I mean? So when it comes to people talking crazy about like harming him and his livelihood and family and all of that, there, bro, like that I don't mind people saying that he's ducking and all that. That's cool if that's their opinions. Everybody entitled to that. You know what I mean? So, but I've seen some stuff where people just be talking crazy, man, and it's hard being in this life and being in the limelight, bro. And people are saying stuff about you, or they're saying stuff about the person that you connected with, and you both in the spotlight. So it's like you can't hide from it, and that shit is hard to deal with on a daily basis. Going in the store or going to the gas station and shit like that, you gotta wear like your hoodie up and hat on just so you don't be bothered. People don't understand that lifestyle. And for them, to come out and to be saying all this crazy shit, they wouldn't know how to handle this life. You know what I mean? So it's like I encourage people to keep voicing their opinions, but in a respectful way, bro. Like, because that's why I stopped getting on social media, because I don't mind the people inboxing me or writing trash talking, because it's competitive. It's competitive, but sometimes it get out of control, bro. And it's like, why would you want to harm somebody who's not doing no wrong or putting anybody else in harm? You know what I mean? But I salute all the boxing fans, man, who's on Keith's side, who's against Keith, because they keep the sport going. But I encourage everybody, you know what I mean, even at the fights, just keep it friendly and keep it safe, man, because we have had some issues in the past at fights, and
Yeah.
yeah, man, and people almost lost their damn lives because people see Keith. See, this is what people don't know. People see Keith and he's such a well-spoken guy. He got an army behind him, man. Like a real deal. I'm not gonna put too much out there, but you may think we rolling by ourselves, but bro, like that's a whole nother thing. But back to the fight. I feel that Keith will beat him. I feel like Keith is gonna show a lot that people never saw before, and he's stronger than ever. And I just feel like, Tszyu, I feel like he got good strength, great strength, but he's so one dimensional. You know what I mean? He just comes straight at you like a bull. But I mean, it is what it is, man. May he prepare the best of his ability to prepare for battle. You know what I mean? But we ready, man. We ready. And I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I don't look for no loss. However, anything can happen. And I'm gonna just say if the fight do go Tim way, I will congratulate him. And we are preparing for the bet to the best of our ability. He's 100% healthy. There is no injuries. So you hearing it from me. I'm with him every day. So if it was to go way, Tim was just the better fighter. You know what I mean?
There'll
And
be
I
no
will.
excuses.
It would be no excuses. No excuses. We are healthy. We are healthy, so make sure you tag this. So after the fight, oh, his coach say he's been healthy. You know what I mean? It was just damn night. You know, I'm a realist, man. I'm a realist. I don't sugarcoat nothing, you know. And I haven't been around Tszyu. I haven't been in the gym with him. Really don't know too much about him. However, from watching his fights and stuff like that, I see that he's strong, but he's gonna have a problem with Keith's movement, and he haven't been hit by anybody with Keith's strength. So it's gonna play. It's levels, man. It's levels. It's really levels, and he's gonna learn. You know what I mean? He's right now. He's like on a if we're on 100-story building, he's still like at the 10th floor, man. We at the top, so he's gonna know once you get up there to that high altitude, it's serious up there, man. So we just hope that he's ready.
People always want to know, does Keith and let me while the live is growing and stuff like that. Shout out to the 122 people on the live, Jackie Hernandez, all my members in the chat. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in. This is my man Kay, one of Coach, one of Keith Thurman's coaches, and my guy, my friend. You know what I mean? And I wanted him to come out here, and I wanted to introduce y'all to him because I want him to, I want him to be part of the team. I want him to pull up once in a while. Once fight night comes and all that good stuff, we can get all that in. And whenever you want to talk boxing with me, you know what I'm saying? You froze?
I'm
You
here.
good money. All right. So, like I said, salute to the chat. We're gonna touch all boxing. Um, this fight right here with Keith and everybody. This is gonna be a good question, and I think this is probably gonna hit. Check it. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Let's improve the visibility of the show. Everybody wants to know, does Keith still got that one time? His last fight, Barrios didn't knock him out. You know what I'm about to say next. You know what I'm
Hmm.
about to say next, Keith.
Hmm.
Gervonta Tank Davis at 135 pounds knocked out Barrios and put him on the floor several times.
140. They
Now,
fought at 140. 140.
at 140 pounds, my
Yeah.
correction, I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, he's really a 135 pounder. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you're right. At 140 pounds, it did go down. Now, um, my question to you, you growing up with Keith, I've spoken to Keith. He was knocking people out in the amateurs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In his pros, he was knocking people out, and he ended up getting that name the one time. We haven't seen the one time in a long time.
Right.
Talk to me. Do you feel like it's still there?
It's still there. It's still there. It's more mental than anything, man. You know, a lot of things Keith went through. He don't talk about a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? We pretty much keep a lot of stuff in house. But like I say, now he's good. He's good. He's good. He's ready. We're ready. Um, we just we're ready, man. We're ready to go. We ready to go. And like I say, everybody that got something to say after the fight, they'll see. They
But
will see.
what makes you think that he still got that one time shit? Like, is there anything you could share with us? You don't need to mention no names or nothing. Like, is he parking shit and sparring? Like, talk to me.
Yeah, he is. He is. And I mean, I hold a pass for him every day, so I feel the power, you know what I mean? But yeah, he is it's gonna be hard to really keep sparring in the gym with him because he ain't playing, he ain't bullshitting around. It's gonna be hard to really he may have to spar bigger guys, because you can't keep him.
What
Can't
you
keep
saying that
him.
you trying to get more guys like at 168, 160?
The guys that could take his punches. Some real strong, durable guys, and the guys we have, they're very tough guys. Undefeated fighters, but it's just like I said, it goes back to its levels, man. It's really levels. You may have to hire some old champions or top contenders to spar with, but he's definitely gonna show that one time power in this fight.
in your eyes that he's moving up. What this is 8 pounds for this fight, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna make a better a better Keith Thurman with that weight? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, because you got to think about it. Keith used to walk around like 190 pounds. And he used to come in the gym moving good at like 180, 170. So it's like those 8 pounds really, it won't mean too much, to him because he's been moving around with weight on him. So it's not going to play a factor. It won't.
So you believe that he'll perform better, basically.
He will, yeah. I believe so.
Now, if say you know, like you say, the big bag come out and say the only name, maybe it's Crawford. Crawford says, "Hey, I want to fight Keith, but I want to do it at 147." Does that is he gonna work? Is he gonna perform just the same? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like there comes a point in time in a person's career that they just have to move up, and I think that's
Listen,
probably
no, no, no,
another
no, no,
reason
no.
why
See, all right,
Spence
listen. Keith didn't say I'm gonna go to 154. That fight came to us.
opportunity.
So the opportunity came and he took it.
Yeah.
If Bud said he wanted to keep, said
No,
he'll
no, no.
fight
Great.
Bud.
Hold
You know
on,
what I
Kay.
mean?
Great fighters can go here and there. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right. So you know what I mean?
Because these are going to be questions upon the power. You know what I'm saying? And does he hydrate better at 155? I mean 154 steadily, and the one time comes back. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
I'm just trying to spark good conversation here.
Yeah, I mean 54, 47. It don't even matter with Keith, man. He's gonna make weight and he's gonna feel good. Any of those weights. You know what I mean? So I mean, we just focused on this fight right now. Whatever comes on the table after, we'll focus on that. But our main job right now is just to focus on Tszyu. You can't overlook that. So that's my main priority right now is focusing on this fight, and then we'll focus on whatever else after that.
You think this is the biggest puncher that Keith Thurman has came across in his
No,
career?
no.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Kay.
Danny Garcia.
Danny, bigger puncher.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is the biggest puncher that Keith said that he's been in there with, right?
yeah. Until
Who
he get in
else?
there with, until he's in there with Tim, then he'll tell me like, okay, he punched harder than Danny. But right now, today, Danny has been the hardest puncher he's been in there with.
That was his last title shot, or was Porter was his first, or
Yeah, that was the last title he had. Yeah, the WBC.
so my next question, because sometimes now this is my opinion, right? I, I want to know your opinion, and
hmm
this is: do you feel like after that Danny Garcia fight, there's been something a little bit different about Keith? I can't point.
Um,
I can't point out what it is. Okay,
like I say, it's been a lot of things
these are
that.
wars that people go through.
Yeah,
Tyson Fury ain't the same
listen.
Tyson Fury now after the Wilders. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
it's
It's
a
not.
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot that has been going on in Keith's life. Like I say, it's mental more than it's physical. He had the physical injuries, but Keith went through what he went through, but he's overcome it. So now he's healthy. He's mentally healthy. He's spiritually healthy. Everything is on point. Everything is right. So you will see a different Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? He's ready. I don't know how else I can put it. He's just ready, man. It's just time to climb back up that ladder.
I always said too, if Keith can take Zoo's punch, Zoo's in for a long night. Zoo's in for a very long night.
I
Um,
think somebody in the comments say Keith still mentions Ben Getty often. Does he still have gym routines that He picked up from him. Yes, yes, he's still man. Listen, being in the gym with I have to say this, man, because Ben Getty, nobody will ever be able to replace him. You know what I mean? Ben was a no nonsense. He's a veteran, man, war veteran. So it was like he had you thinking you was a machine, that you was invincible, bro. Being in the gym with that man, bro, like, see, Keith has lost over the years. He has lost a lot of that because, see, when Dan Birmingham took over, he wasn't that aggressive guy. He wasn't that person that was on Keith, and it was more. He was just so reserved and chill, So with me growing up around Keith and with Ben being around, I still have that in me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like coming back. And then we have another brother named Ack. He retired fighter. He's back in tough as nails. And he's a no nonsense guy. He's another veteran. You know what I mean? So just getting the team back and getting that strictness and kind of hostile training back, and he's getting back in tune to that aggressive style training, So it is coming back. That's why I say he's back to you know back to where he was with Ben.
Mm, mm. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We got over 140 up in here. We got only 20 likes. You see what they be doing to me, Kay? You see what they be doing to me, Kay? I don't know why they do this to me. I be working hard for y'all. Smash that like button. Come on, man. Support the channel.
Right.
Shout out to Hamza. Shout out to Broken Accords. Oh man, I got so many shout outs to go to. I can't even keep count. But listen, let's continue this conversation. Um, listen, I'm excited for this fight. I know that it was one of those things that we were kind of excited to see. Hey, is Javante Dang Davis going to open up the Amazon Prime? First card, and you know, through a curveball, now we got Keith Thurman, Tszyu, Rolly Romero, Pitbull Cruz. Definitely want to get your prediction on that fight as well. But this fight, with Tim, um, he's very hungry. You can see that he's starving to be a star. And they believe that Keith Thurman is that star to really catapult to be like, he got his Australian fans, but this is the time to be like, hold that, Cambosos. I'm him.
Yeah.
Like, don't even get it twisted. You feel me?
Right.
Especially when he loses to Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? But and that's just my opinion. I mean, he has a chance. I gotta say that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lomachenko about to get that. What you think?
With the Lomachenko fight,
Yeah, and Cambosos.
I mean, uh, I I'm on the fence with that one.
You're on the fence on it?
Yeah, I'm because I mean Lomachenko up there, man, in age. You
Mm.
know what I mean? So, like Cambosis, he's tough guys, but you can't count Lomachenko out. You can't count him out because he's a gym rat, man. It's not like he's just sitting on the couch. People, when you don't hear from a lot of fighters, you think they're just out of sight and out of mind, but behind the scenes, they really working. You know what I mean? So if Lomachenko, if he come in with those angles and with that speed and keep pressure, I feel like he could, pull it off. But
The
it's
version
just
of Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, his last fight.
right, right, right. But if he don't come with that, it's gonna be a long night for him. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like on the fence with that one. I'm not counting him out.
Is it more of the age? You think that the age could kick in at any point in time?
It could, It could because one thing about it, man, age is always undefeated. That time, father time, never lost. You know what I mean? So that's gonna play a big part. Sometimes it don't. Look at Pacquiao. You know, when he fought Keith, he 40. So
Yeah,
sometimes,
people had Keith stretching Pacquiao.
you know what I mean? And it was a lot in that camp that that's a whole different topic. But um,
What's up, man? Come on and give us the juice. You can't give us the juice.
I mean, that's in the past, man. We moving to the future. We that's you know, but I don't know. I think Loma he could pull it off though. He can he definitely could he could pull it off. What happened? Yo, you
Hello?
there? What happened?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Oh, my bad. So yeah, so my phone call gets when they do this with my phone, it
Yeah,
goes black, and then I won't you won't be seeing me for the rest of it, but you'll be hearing my famous voice. You feel me?
I got you.
Word. Um, nah, it was the shorty. She was hitting me up. But yeah, this is the late night after dark session right here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It gets spooky out here. Smash that like button. It's about to get real. All right. So where were we? Until my girlfriend, decided to interrupt us all. You know.
Yeah.
Um. Nah. So the fight, I like it because you know it's the comeback of Keith. You know what I'm saying? I think that we need Keith in boxing. And when I talked to Keith, he said he could give us 4 more years. And if that's the case, I could live with that. I can live with that. I could live with three. You know what I'm saying? A comeback with Keith would be great to see him come back and do a lot more fights because honestly, you know, some people was like, "Hey, what a wasted career." I was like, "What an idiot!" Like, why would you say some shit like that? Like, that don't make no sense. But when I hear them out, they're like, "Listen," I'm like, "Listen, two-time champion." They're like, "Yes, but at the end of it, he could have like really capitalized.
Listen,
He could have really ate up."
I want to ask this question to the viewers, right?
Let's
Because like
get
I said,
it.
I see the comments, but I feel like okay, this is a legitimate question. Uh Out of Keith and Adrian Broner, who would y'all pick to become a world champion first, right now?
Say the question one more time for the people.
Out of Keith Thurman and Adrian Broner, who do you see becoming a world champion right now?
Okay. Let's see what the chat got to say. We got
Because
one AB.
they say they both
AB.
they say AB washed up and they say Keith washed up. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like y'all saw Keith last fight. He fought a younger guy, a young bull, you know, and he outclassed him. Everybody wanted a knockout. Everybody wanted a knockout. But
All
it's
right.
not
All the
about
Keiths are
it's not
starting to
always
come
about
in.
knockout.
It was getting AB-ish, but then it's starting. It's getting all over the place right here.
Somebody
We got
say AB can't get a lawyer out of there. Come on, man, y'all stop it.
enjoy the chat. I was with my girl. Yeah. So a lot of one times. I see a lot of one times
Okay, so that gives me you know that gives me how can I put it? I feel like it's still like people out there that understand that Keith still has it. He still got some left, because I heard somebody put Keith and AB in the same. They're like, oh, they washed up and this and that, but Keith never got beat up. Like who beat him up? Honestly, who beat Keith up? Who did he get beat up by? He got knocked down by Pacquiao. He lost some points, but he didn't get beat up by Pacquiao. You know what I mean? So it's just the inactivity when you're not active. People will say things because they feel like, oh, you're not doing nothing. You sit on the couch eating chips and drinking soda. You know what I mean? They feel like he's not doing anything, but we are working. I just want people to know that Keith is still here. He's here to stay, and he still has a lot more left to give to boxing. You know what I mean? He want to give y'all the exciting fights, and he want to fight who's ever in front of him. However, he knows that he's 35 years old and he have to get the most money out of his body that he can, so you can't just fight for just anything on this level, you know what I mean? You got to get what you can out of your body, so this is not going to last forever. So you got to pay the man.
Um, Bill Haney told me that y'all should have y'all should have just fought him, Devin, instead at 47, instead of moving up to 55 to fight him. What do you think about the matchup? Do you feel like it was realistic? Why do you feel like Devin Haney just has to go out and call out Keith Thurman out of all the welterweights? And obviously, it was going to be Barrios for a title, um, but Keith Thurman was definitely a name that Bill Haney mentioned to me.
Yeah, so Bill Haney called Keith, called his phone to try to set that up. But when Keith was talking to him, he kind of like backpedaled up out of that. So Bill need to, he did call to try to set something up. But he definitely like once he talked to Keith, and I guess he heard it, like, damn, this dude here, for real.
So you telling me he backtracked?
Hold on, I'm doing an interview. I'm gonna call y'all back.
He gonna Harvey sleep. Bye.
Hello.
So you saying that you see that Bill Haney, he backtracked?
Yeah, he did. He did. And you know, um, why would why would
He moonwalked out of there
yeah, he did.
like Michael
Why
Jackson
would Keith
or Chris
like
Brown?
listen? So that would mean if Devin Haney wanted to fight Keith, it wouldn't be anytime soon. So that'll mean
Nah.
that'll put Keith back waiting. He'll still be waiting and waiting. No, man, we gotta take what comes to us. You know what I mean? But he'll stop Devin Haney.
Mm.
He'll stop that boy, man. Come on, man. Like for real, he will stop Devin Haney.
Stop him.
He'll stop Devin Haney.
So so the conversation was quick.
Huh?
The conversation with Bill and Keith was quick.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. Probably about 20 minutes, 15, 20-minute call.
Mm. Hey, Bill Haney's trying to check y'all temperature.
Huh?
Bill Haney trying to check y'all temperature.
Yeah. He
Mm.
tried.
Shit was hot.
Huh?
The shit was hot over there.
Nah, it wasn't high. It was, you know, competitive BS talking. But Bill Haney, good dude, man. He's very respectful guy, man. He's not a rude dude at all. He's a good businessman. He know how to make money for his son. But he's he good with us. Bill Haney, he's good with us.
Mm. Billy. Yeah, we had a long conversation with Bill over here. Um, Definitely good for boxing. I gotta tell you.
But look, hey, I gotta I gotta call my son, man, before he go to bed. They way somewhere else.
Oh yeah. Definitely, yo. Thank you for tapping in, bro. Real talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. Y'all keep following the channel, man. This is a good brother, man. I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate everybody who's against us. There's always, you can't be on both sides of the fence. You gotta play a role. So I appreciate all y'all.
Absolutely, my brother. God bless you, man. Leo, let everybody know where they can find you.
I don't want them to find me.
Sound good. Gotcha. Well, man, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Blessings.
Blessings.
You already know, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the blackout. Now let's get into some of this. Teofimo Lopez, Jamaine Ortiz. Uh, the weigh-ins, the face-off. Guys are both in real great shape. Real ripped up paws. You know what I'm saying? But they're out there. You can tell that they're working hard. I think we get in the two best fighters in their best, condition out of their best. I think we're getting the best out of the best out of these fighters. I feel like they're both in their prime, even though Teal say he's not in his prime, but I really think he's approaching it. But I understand probably around 28, 29, he could definitely be more in his prime. And for the people that see my Twitter, check out my Twitter. It's Mill City Boxing as well. But I didn't, I posted that it's not like against Teal or nothing like that. Um, I'm friends with Jamaine Ortiz. He's from my area. Um, yeah, you can leave it like that, but I'm a fan of Teofimo. Let the best man win. I gotta keep it like that. I know everybody want to know what it is, but I can tell you that a lot of these guys that have it that Jermaine Ortiz, I'll tell you what my bet is definitely gonna be though. Both of those fights with both of those fights on the card with Keyshawn Davis and Pedraza and him, they go in the distance. The co-main main event, I'll go in the distance. I'm definitely betting the over on that, and you can parlay that. But nevertheless, I know that Jermaine Ortiz said that he is gonna knock out Teofimo Lopez. Um, Teofimo Lopez, real relaxed, real comfortable, just really focused, and I like that. I like it a lot. But there's something about Jermaine Ortiz's confidence that I've never really seen before in any other fight. Um, he was comfortable with Loma, but this time around, he looks a lot more. I don't know, comfortable. You know what I'm saying? These guys definitely know each other. I don't think that either fighter is weight drained. I know that, if y'all know Jermaine Ortiz, what he looked like in his career at 135, especially towards the end of his career at 135, he looked worse than what Devin Haney looked in his past four fights. The guys, the Devin Haney and Jermaine Ortiz definitely needed to move up in weight. So that's why I never really said anything about Devin Haney ducking smoke because I just feel like boxing is about timing and everybody got their own path and everybody got their own choreograph, if you feel me. But nevertheless, I feel like this fight does go the distance and you know, I feel like when it goes the distance, I know that Tio Tio likes to pick his shots. Teofimo likes to pick his shots. He's that type of a. He's a counter puncher. He waits for you to make a mistake. He's normally faster than his opponent. He's very athletic. In this fight right here, ladies and gentlemen, on this breakdown, you're gonna get exactly what you want. Jamaine Ortiz is just as athletic as Teofimo López. He's actually a little bit more shiftier when it comes down to, changing from orthodox to southpaw. Um, they're both super athletic, so there's not a big athletic gap here. When it came down to Teofimo fighting against Josh Taylor, I believe there was a big athletic gap, and that's why we was able to see Teofimo Lopez do whatever he wanted to do with Josh Taylor. Same thing when you put Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor together, you got two guys that are not that athletic. Let's be honest. When I did my interview with Regis Progress, I told him I could beat him on a one-on-one basketball game, and I was serious. So what I'm trying to tell you is that athletic ability in a lot of sports or all sports, it means a lot. Um, and in this fight right here, I will say that the better puncher is going to be Teofimo Lopez. But I think that conditioning wise in this fight, the way how Jamaine Ortiz pushes the pace, you know, when styles make fights, ladies and gentlemen. So if you got somebody pushing the pace, the other opponent is gonna have to react, and he's gonna have to do one or two things. He's gonna have to lateral move, go backwards, lateral move after, because as you can't move back, we're in a square circle here. So eventually, you're gonna have to take a turn, and then you can take steps and do pivots, take little back steps, educated little small steps. But in this fight right here, Jamaine Ortiz is going to make it a physical fight. And I've never really seen Teofimo just continually fight on his back foot consistently. Not saying that he can't, but do they implement that game plan in this fight? Obviously, I know Tio and Senior. I know they're gonna obviously try to be the big, show that they're the bigger punchers in the fight, which they should. But in the same time, you can't just go out there trying to do what you did with Cambosos, because knowing all, we could say that Tio, um, was sick. He shouldn't have fought that fight. But let's be honest, from round one, Tio was going guns blazing, and he got caught with a counter. And in this fight right here, you got someone that's pushing the pace more than any of your other opponents. So I think the physical strength, I don't know. Honestly, like when you break things down, like I think that once again, Teofimo the better puncher, and what I mean by that too, I mean basically the speed and the pop. He got advantages on both ends, but there's other advantages that Jermaine Ortiz has as well, and some of those advantages are that um, he pushes a certain pace. He keeps you thinking while you're in there. He's the type of guy that he counter punches while he throws punches, but he also likes to dictate the pace. So he likes to finish first and last. Um, the thing about it is that he has nice feet, really short, fast feet. Um, Keeps his chin down. He has the basics on smash. I mean, he tends to do a little bit of a Philly shell, not like a Philly shell, but like he keeps his hand kind of down a little bit. If you go and check out the Loma fight, you'll understand what I'm saying. And I think it's an advantage to, like, so that way you could use the up jab. I don't think that's a good idea in this fight for Jermaine Ortiz. I think that Teal could be the sharper puncher here. Well, he is the sharper puncher. I'm gonna be honest. And you know, But the thing about it is, both of these guys make little minor mistakes as far as where they place their hands after the punch. Um, and these are just little things that guys like Lomachenko would capitalize on. You know what I mean? Smart fighters. And not saying that these two guys are not smart fighters because they will pick on their. But I think this fight's going to be a chess match, and I think it's going to be a very respectful fight. Leading up to the gear up of the fight, you notice that Teofimo López put great praise on the Teofimo López and Jamaine Ortiz fighting in the amateurs 2016 when it was the Golden Glove Nationals. He believes that the Golden Glove is one of the biggest and hardest tournaments even in the Olympics. So, I mean, it goes to show you that the level. These guys know what level they're in. You know what I mean? They know what level they're in, and these guys both can take a punch. So I feel like we're gonna see a lot of heart. I feel like the heart in this fight is gonna really, you know, they both have it. I know they both have it. They've showed it in other fights. I mean, I remember going and talking to Coach Calvin, and he said, "Listen," he told me, he said, uh, Teofimo Lopez never been in there with a dog, so how can you call him a dog? And it makes a lot of sense what he says. How can you dictate you being a dog, or if that's the case, what type of dog are you? A small dog or a big dog? You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I believe that they've both been battle tested. Uh, but I think the heart is going to really be a big factor in this because these guys have a big high IQ, both of them. Um, Mentally, I feel like there is where Jermaine Ortiz has the biggest advantage. I feel like because you know he stays, he has a game plan. He sticks with it. When you're a boxer and you get hit, sometimes it's easy to kind of change the game plan because it feels uncomfortable. Sometimes your coach tells you to work the inside, but while you're working the inside, you're getting clipped by uppercuts and jabs. So your game plan can go out the window real quick. Um, Smash the like button because I know I'm giving you guys some jewels here as well. But nevertheless, I think we got ourselves a great fight. Um, I wouldn't pay too much attention if it's not a huge crowd due to the fact that it's a Thursday. I know it's Super Bowl weekend, and most likely some football fans would like to want to watch some boxing. But really, we got ourselves here a possible fight of the year. Some people are saying that Teal's gonna knock out Jermaine. Some people are gonna say Jermaine's knocking out Teal. I like that fans have different perspectives. Once again, I believe it's going to go the distance. But I think we got ourselves a fight that it's a possible that you could run it back. It could be that close. So stay tuned. It's going to be a real good. You can tell. You can tell it's going to be a real good time. And I can't wait. Honestly. Um, Sando Martin obviously did. Yeah, he gave Teofimo some problems, but you know, styles make fights. Sando Martin was a southpaw. And Jermaine Ortiz, he's an orthodox fighter that attempts to go, switches from time to time. Subscribe to the channel as well and also become less. Salute to everybody in the chat. Definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in as well. Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz. Let me know what y'all think. Who's winning the fight? who's winning the fight and why. Yes, we will be doing commentary live to talk shit during the fight. Absolutely, broken accords. We with it. We're starting to stay real. All those little things. But I've had a long night. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I just want to let y'all know, and anybody that's